Warning, I'm just having fun with old cars. I hope you get some tips and a good laugh from watching, but don't do what I do on your projects. What is up, everybody? I want to introduce you to my new project. It's a real pile of garbage. Ha! I had to get my garbage can, but I wanted to show you why I'm starting on the first project I am with the Nova. So let me spin the camera around and I'll show you. This is me filming straight ahead from the street. As you can see, my house is up there. Straight, house, straight, house. As you can tell, the camera doesn't really do it justice, but my house is on a hill, and currently the car has 0 brakes. And when I say 0 brakes, I mean it hasn't even had calipers on it since I got it, and it's still sitting in the same spot where I unload it because I'm terrified to try and move it without brakes. If that thing gets a run at that hill with no brakes, I'm gonna have a bad time. Thing I want to get done, I have a bunch of parts. I'm hoping I can get the brakes all hooked up today, maybe. I don't know if I'll get it done, but we at least get a good start on it. And yeah, I'll show you what I got, and then I gotta get to work because I only got so much time and we got a lot to do. So I kind of got all my parts laid out here. We're gonna be putting this hydraulic clutch cylinder thing. I don't know if we'll get to that today, but that's out because we have this bracket that goes behind this master cylinder. It's got to go on the firewall for that. So all those things kind of go together. This, I Googled this, and hopefully this is the right brake line for the rear end, because the rear brakes are not hooked up either. I got us this 3/16 line kit. It's got a bunch of fittings, different sizes and stuff that all go to the 3/16 line. We got us a little T block for the rear end. Again, hopefully that works. I bought this while I was at work. On break, not while I was supposed to be working. So we'll see if that works. Yeah, I'll put the links in the description on all this stuff. This is a bleeder tool. I have no idea if this is necessary, but I bought it anyway because the internet said it was. And this is a proportioning valve kit from the old Scamazon, as some people say. Basically, I try to do everything pretty cheap, so I don't have a ton of money in this stuff, so we'll see how that works out for me. Yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of figuring out, and I've never really done a lot of brake line stuff, so this ought to be fun. Okay, it's gonna be hard for you guys to see because of, you know, the sun over here, but I'm trying my best. Maybe you can see I've got this hole right here is where the wiring would come through. If I'm being honest, I'm not too happy. In order to use this plate, the wiring's got to move, and I'm not too happy about that. I've been doing a bunch of research trying to figure out a different way to do it. because I really didn't want to mess with that. But we're gonna try it and see if I can figure out a good way to maybe move the wiring just down a little bit or something, because I really don't want to. I don't want this thing to get too carried away where I end up trying to rewire it and stuff. I did spray this with some coil, and I already undid the pedal under the dash. Let's see if I can break this line off. Oh, I think the coil's working. Coil? I don't know. How do you say it? Coil? I don't know. Whatever. Look at me. I'm even using a line wrench like a responsible person. You know, just out here building high-end show cars. I will say this is the first car I've had in a very long time that I had to worry about leaning on the paint. Not a fan. I like my junk that I can fix with a spray can, but it's fine. I'm not complaining. Even though it sounds like it. Okay. Come on. So, basically, the way this is set up now, obviously it's a single pop master, and it's got just one line, and it goes all the way around the engine bay to that block over there, where there's a block here that goes to this front wheel. That block there goes to that front wheel, and then it comes off and goes to the rear brakes. So this one pot of fluid controls all four wheels. Well, when you go to disc brakes, for one, this is not very safe anyway, because if you lose a line or something, you lose all of your brakes. I guess I should check to see if there's brake fluid in here. It's probably fine. But also, when you go to disc front, drum rear, you need a dual pot master and a proportioning valve. So that is the reason we're changing this. And then I'm going to end up having to run a new line. It's going to have to go across and tie into the rear brakes because it will no longer be all through one brake line. So that should be fun. I need a rag or something. Don't worry, I'm back. I know you missed me. Oh, okay. Well, good news. No fluid came out. I guess that's good news. Now, just gotta... Come on. Whew. I need to buy a better set of these, but these ratcheting wrenches, they're a real lifesaver. Unless you put them on backwards and tighten the bolt you were just loosening. Ratcheting, ratcheting, ratcheting. Ratcheting, ratcheting, ratcheting. Easy. Uh-oh, we're stuck. We're in a pickle. You know, I'm not complaining about you guys, but you're kind of in the way right now. It's fine. Just stick my arm through the hood hinge, get it chopped off, that'd be fine. Come on. Work, fingers. Okay. You want to see something gross? Look at that. This is the only thing under the dash that looks like that. So, not quite sure what was going on there, but it's fine. Surprisingly, this thing looks brand new. Actually, this master looks pretty new, to be honest. But now we gotta figure out how to put stuff back together. Okay, I gotta be honest. I had to stop myself. I was getting ready to throw all that stuff together, and I was like, how stupid is it to put it all together and not make stuff nice? Because it may not have to come back apart, and this car deserves to at least look decent. So, I basically fully restored this, except for the parts that are still dirty and pitted from rust. But I got the adjuster all freed up, so I did that because that plate is going to take up space and I need to adjust it. I threw some paint on this bracket. You know, it's not great, but it's not bare metal anymore. And I wire wheeled and painted that master. Now I didn't do like a full prep and everything on them, and I just used black like rust reformer stuff. But it's better than put them on rusty and bare metal. So while all that stuff dries, I think we're going to change gears a little bit and see if we can't get the front calipers put on and hooked up. That way all that stuff has time to dry, and then we'll jump back on that. I'm really trying to not... I'm bad about rushing through stuff because I want it done. Ooh, and I set kind of lofty goals for myself of what I can get done in a day. And I hate putting up videos where I don't finish what I started, but I don't want to rush this car. When I get done, I want it to be as right as I can make it with the budget I got. So I'm gonna get set up. We're gonna throw some calipers on this thing, and then hopefully by then we can start throwing those other parts back on. Well, I did the other side on camera, and I looked at the footage, and you can't see nothing. So we won't use that. We'll just do this side. The other side I had to heat up to get it to break loose. I'll probably have to do the same thing over here. It's not feeling great. I did put some coral on it already, but we'll put a little more. I guess I need to look into steering bushings. This car is on fire. I hope not. I don't want the whole car to be on fire. Heat pretty much fixes a lot of things. What it doesn't fix is the giant rust hole I just found over there, but that's fine. I guess it kind of does if you consider welding fire. Anyway, project for another day. Let's see if it'll come off now. Come on. Be kind to me. Oh, I don't like the way that feels. Not feeling great. Oh, okay. Did it break? Did it? Oh, we might have got it. Okay. Or I just rounded it off. Oh no, she's spinning. Oh yeah. We got this. Piece of cake. I was never even worried. This girl is on fire. Got that song stuck in my head now. Oh. It's not really a song I want stuck in my head. But here we are. Somebody has tried to remove this before and rounded off most of the sides of the nut. So, you know, luckily I'm a professional and I have this line wrench, you know. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not a professional. Also, this line wrench is terrible. I have box wrenches that fit way better than this. Anyway, besides the point. Now we gotta pop this little doohicker off of here. I will say, having done the other side already is a little bit of an advantage. Kind of got an idea of what I'm looking at here. Come on. He says as he struggles with the easiest part. It's fine. Get out of there, buddy. Thank you. Yummy. Okay, let's try to put this on here like so. Come on. You can do it, little buddy. There I go again, using my hand as a hammer. It's fine. Okay, where did I? When you put these, this is like I think this is just like a standard GM caliper here. It's got these little slidey bolts. You want to lubricate them. I don't have the proper lubricant, but I just put a little bit of this white lithium grease spray stuff. Again, it's not the right stuff, but it's better than going in dry, if you know what I mean. I just put a little bit of that on there. Just also a fun story, when I went through my toolbox, I don't have like a set of Allen wrenches, standard or metric, so I was like, I'll just not transfer any to the new box and I'll buy a set. Guess who didn't buy a set? It's me. And now I need it. So don't judge me when I tighten my calipers with a pair of vice grips. Yes, I will go buy Allen wrenches, probably once I'm done filming today, and I will come back and tighten these at some point. And if I don't, somebody please remind me, because I'm pretty forgetful. But I mean, it's not like they're dead loose, I promise. The old vice grip will get it done in a pinch. And yeah, now this is just gonna go right in place of the one that was there, hopefully. Guess I should make sure that's clean where it will hopefully seal. Probably not, but we can hope. I probably need to replace these rubber brake lines anyway, just for good measure, but I think they'll work fine. They're not like dry rotted or nothing, so I don't know where Mr. One More Bolt Cole got these from, but I'm just gonna hope he got them from a reputable source. But if I had to guess, he probably bought them at a swap meet and doesn't know anything about them, because that's the way we do things. I would do nothing different. Hammer. Got it. Where did I... Just key here's to snug it, but also not round it off completely. Okay. That's fine. This bleeder is broken off, so we will have to address that at some point, but it's not going to be right now. But that's basically the front brakes. Front brakes are hooked up now. I'm going to check on my parts, if you can see me, to see if they're dry, and then we will get on mounting the master cylinder and maybe running some brake lines. So far, it's going okay. Not good, not bad, just okay. A lot of talking updates today. I've been really trying to make sure I was okay with using that bracket. I think I mentioned the issue with having to move the wiring and stuff, and not sure if I wanted to do that. But I think I've come up with a solution that I'm okay with. So we're going to send it. And I'll show you, if you're putting, I'll put the part number in the description and maybe on the screen of that bracket that I'm using out there on the firewall. But this was my problem, is this goes right something like that, and if you can see, that hole right there is where the master, the clutch master is going to be, and obviously the two don't play so nice together. But I got in here and started looking, and I took this piece out of up here, and it would appear as though we have plenty of room to put this fuse box right here. It doesn't change any of the wiring, everything will still work. And what that does, hang on, don't mind the wind, it's just the way she goes, or the way she blows, if you will. That will put my wiring coming out right here, which I don't love that it'll be in the wheel well, but I'll be able to run my headlight wiring up through here, and then I will just I'll just poke a hole through here and run my engine wiring through across that way. And you can see, no, you can't see because of the sun, this is the bracket. I have it just bolted on by itself because I need to open that up and drill that hole down there. So that's kind of the next move, but before I did any of that, I want to make sure I had a plan for the wiring. I really wanted to leave it in the stock location, but the other kits to put a hydraulic master on this car are like 400 bucks on up to $1,000, and I just don't have it. So we're gonna make what we have work. I think the wiring will be just fine doing it that way. It won't look, I don't want to do a bunch of new wiring, and I don't want it to look, I want it to look original-ish, even though it's going to have a hydraulic clutch in it. I'll show you how I'm going to open that hole up. It's not going to be pretty, because if I had planned ahead, I would have got the perfect hole saw and just popped a hole in it and been done. Guess what? I didn't do that. Let's get to work. This is not gonna be pretty, but we just gotta make it work. Okay. Come on. That gets us a little closer. Now, I just got a carbide burr bit on here. We're just gonna open it up that way. Piece of cake. That's gonna be in the way. All right, there we go. Now I just gotta drill. Now I just gotta drill a hole for the bottom, and then pull that back off. And I'm gonna seal behind it with some silicone, and then we can bolt this stuff together. Let's see what do we got in the little drawer hole. I don't know what I just said. Words are hard. Okay. I'm just gonna pull this off. Like I said, I'm gonna file all those edges, make them smooth, and throw a little paint on them so we don't have rust issues, and then seal it with silicone. And the next thing you see, I'll be bolting this all together. Okay, I got a humongous bead of silicone on here. Maybe you can see. So we're gonna slap that sucker on. The instructions for this part, I looked them up, say to weld this solid. I think that's a dumb idea, if I'm being honest. So obviously I'm not doing it, because I do what I want. As it turns out, I missed a bunch of spots with the paint, so that's good. Just work this on here. Ever so gently. Technically speaking, the master is attached to the car. To remove these. Remember that time when I said I was going to try and do a better job on this car? Yep. Guess not. Because here I am. Just dusting some paint on. It's fine. Probably won't stick anyway, because it's a there's brake fluid everywhere. By probably, I mean it definitely won't stick. Now, you gotta see how this is probably gonna have to come back off, but I want to see how it fits. Oh, dang it. I need to, dang it. Have learned some things, and now I know some stuff I didn't know before. Ha! Yep. I have a bunch of lessons for you if you decide to use one of those. It's a Detroit Speed bracket for the clutch. Let me save you a little headache because there's not a lot of info on them, and I'll tell you what I did to get it all to work, okay? As you can hopefully see, I got it all mounted. The studs for the master, do yourself a favor, screw the nut on the end of it and beat them with a hammer until they come out the inside. And then, before you even start, buy you one of these bolt kits from Amazon, and where you knock those bolts or the studs out, get you two of these 3/8 by 16 by 1.5 inch long bolts. Just put them right in place of those studs. It makes it a nightmare because you gotta hold them on the outside and tighten them inside, or vice versa. It's a pain in the neck when you're by yourself. Ask me how I know. But the factory studs are not long enough for you to mount that bracket, because now you can kind of see there's the bracket that you got to put on for the clutch, and then there's the master, and then there's the bracket that holds the proportioning valve. I guess if you were leaving the drum brake single pop master, you could get away without doing that. I don't know why you would do that and put a hydraulic clutch in it, but to each their own. So now we got this mounted up, and we're on to plumbing it, which I don't think is going to be a huge deal, hopefully. But before I get started doing that, I'm going to go feed myself because I'm hungry and I want to take a break because that made my brain hurt for a little while. Here's your reminder to not forget your tube nut. Oh, I was in a hurry trying to, I'm so close. I'm so close, and I'm an idiot. And this line goes all the way around there and out there and all the way around there. Okay, anyway, I think I left enough on there that I can do it again. Just don't be dumb like me. Oh, hi, hello. We're under the car now, and I just discovered again I'm an idiot, and we won't be able to finish this because I bought the wrong part for the yeah, I'll show you. It's kind of defeating, if I'm being honest, because I was really hoping to get this done. Oh boy, and this fitting is unhappy. Great. It's going fine. Everything's going fine, guys. Come on. Okay. You guys know the drill. Time for fire. When in doubt, burn it to the ground. Probably break this fitting off, because why wouldn't I? It's been a weird day. A lot of this has gone better than I expected, and some parts have gone worse than I expected. But for being honest, I'm almost out of time, and it's further along than it was when I started today. What is that? What kind of noise is going on over there? I think I just rounded it off. Perfect. This may or may not be a fuel line. It's fine. Don't you worry about that. Why is it so hot? Oh yeah, fire. I think I need another pair of vice grips. Come on, vice grips. Do your thing. What in the good Lord's name is going on around here? I don't have time for your nonsense, buddy. Okay, that was way harder than it should be. Okay, that is not right, but it's installed nonetheless. And it's nothing that a little zip tie won't fix. Now we gotta do, this is where I screwed up, and it'll keep me from being able to finish the brakes today. I bought this adapter. I don't know if you guys can see, but that no go-y together-y. So that's on me. I screwed that up. I was kind of banking on these lines being okay. They don't look great, but put a little looby-dooby on them. That looks pretty good from where I'm laying. I'll take that also. Got a little wire wheel action. Obviously that wasn't going to work. I don't know why I even tried.
Hope I didn't splash you guys with nothing. Probably did. So this will end up bolting, maybe. It may not end up bolting to anything. I don't know. I was hoping this would line up with a bolt somewhere. It does not. So maybe we'll make a little bracket for it or something. Sometime, not today. Okay guys, I have good news. I decided to push my luck and work way later than I'm supposed to be. And I ran to the hardware, or to the auto parts store. I got an adapter for that rear brake line. It's kind of a cheesy setup currently, but if it doesn't leak, it'll work. All this stuff should be tight now and hooked up. I have all the bleeders open. I know somebody's probably yelling at their screen saying I needed to bench bleed that. You're probably right, but I didn't. So I've got all the bleeders open. I'm gonna add brake fluid, and this thing's just gonna gravity bleed for a while. Like I said, I'm out of time, so next week I think we'll try and bleed all the brakes, fix whatever leaks there is, because I'm sure I screwed up some of this because I'm really bad at doing flares. So we'll just kind of address that in the next video, and I think we'll start getting the drivetrain cleaned up that's going to go in this thing. But for now, we're going to see we're just going to kind of, I don't know, we might try and push the brake pedal. But you can see this thing is going to slowly bleed the air out of it. It's obviously not the fastest way, and I did pick up, it's like a handheld vacuum bleeder deal that we'll use on it later on. But we're just going to let it sit for a while and see if any of that makes it to the wheels. I've got a massive mess to clean up again. My little baby is on her way home, so it's more important to me to spend time with her. So I'm going to get my mess cleaned up, and that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, next week we'll try and get a leak check and final bleed done on the brakes, hopefully, as long as everything's good. And then we will start digging into this deal I got going on back here. So thanks for watching. Check all the links in the description. If you have any questions about that Detroit speed deal, or the way I did it or anything, just let me know. And I'll see you on the next one.